Welcome, my lovely lights, to your full body yoga flow. In today's class, we will stretch, strengthen, find mobility and flexibility, and find some challenging poses that I will add modifications to help really find that sense of empowerment. Come with an open heart, an open mind, and on day 12 of the Awaken You Yoga Challenge, let's together go on this adventure. Welcome, my lovely lights. Join me at the center of your mat as you begin to pick up all of the toes, and then exhale, place them down mindfully. And as you place all the toes down, can you inhale, raising up from the calves and the heels just a bit, and then resettling back into the heels, lifting the toes. So just immediately playing with balance here as you just start to find what balance feels like for you today. And knowing that balance is so different from day to day, and it's really okay to be wherever you are in your balance and your body alignment. Beautiful. Last one as you bring the body back. Woo! And maybe you're off balance. This time, let's shift the weight to the right, shift the weight to the left, and maybe just lifting up one toe at a time, one foot at a time. And then exhale, taking a full body spiral. You can bring the hands on the hips. Big hip opener here as you squeeze through the bottoms and shift a big circle. Beautiful. Today's practice, we are going to welcome the three-part complete yogic breath. It is a beautiful, full-bodied inhalation that comes into the upper chest, middle chest, and all the way to the belly. You can imagine your torso is like in thirds, and you're just filling up your body, coming to center and going the opposite direction. So welcoming that breath in through the nose, filling up chest, upper chest, middle, low belly, and then exhale, somersault the breath out. And you might notice when you first start your pranayama, your breath work, that it feels a little short or shallow or feels a little tense or tight. And that's totally a natural thing, because I know a lot of times when we start our practice, we just have all the weird funky monkey stuff. Beautiful. Come back to center, side shift. Just awakening the hips as we get this nice movement. And you welcome that breath in. Good, send it away. Exhale, the right foot in front and cross it over the left. Big full body stretch, reaches up. The pinky, ring finger, and middle finger all bring down, pointing the pointer fingers, and then bringing the thumbs across each other, intertwining. Exhale, hinge to the left. Welcome the breath in to that 3-count, 3-part complete yogic breath as you fill it up. Send it away. And this is a mudra that we're doing with the hands, so only the pointer fingers are pointing up. If you're having a lot of sensitivity in the shoulders, feel free to bend, find what you need here. Welcome that 3-count breath in. Send it away. Lovely. Breathing it in. Letting it go. Finding a little stillness in your full body stretch. Exhale. Come back to center, shake out the body, resettle down. This time, right foot roots down, opposite foot, left foot sweeps across. Tap into your foot. Can you press it down? You might need a nice bend in the feet. Inhale, float the hands up. So interlacing all of the fingers except for the pointer finger up. And then hinging with the body over to the right. My mind is making that mirror switch, so sometimes it's like, wait, which is what? So my right becomes your left, and my left becomes your right. It's this really awesome way to strengthen your brain power. 3-part breath comes in. So don't overthink the breath. If it's not resonating, you can do the 3 to 4 count breath where you inhale to 3, exhale to 4. This breath is just a full fluid torso, expanded breath. Let it go. And when you breathe through the nose, it can increase the health from like 50 to 70 to 80%. There's this beautiful book called Breathe. If you want to learn more about the benefits of breath and increasing your health, you can check that out. It's a lovely book. Welcome the breath in. Good, send it away. Lovely. Breath welcomes in. Sends it away. Exhale, hinging back to center and stepping to the top of the mat. If you have a set of blocks or a chair, that could be really helpful here. As we inhale, bringing the body up, up, up. Exhale, hinge from the heart, hinge from the hips, coming for a uttasana, a forward fold. Exhale, heavy the head, heavy the heart. You can create a little movement in the hips if that feels good to you, side to side. Bringing a lovely stretch into the hips and noticing if your hamstrings and your glutes, your bottom muscles are feeling really tight. That's okay. Just create a nice little bend. You can rock. Doing your best to notice any tension or tightness in the head. Shake your head a little, yes. Shake the head a little, no. Beautiful. Inhale, sliding the legs, the shins or the legs, the hands up the shins. Sometimes the words are not coming to me. Inhaling for half of a flat back, creating a long line of energy from the tip of the head to the sit bones, and exhale down for a sun salutation 1. So hands reach down, coming back. For the first variation, you can come to the knees for a plank, a kneeling plank. Exhale, hugging the elbows in towards the ribs, knitting the ribs together, floating down to the belly, settling the hips down and back, pressing the pelvis and the legs and the toes down into the mat. Exhale, heavy the head. Inhale, rising up, Bhujangasana. Doing the best to draw the shoulders back and down, taking a moment to find the strength of the mountains, the cleansing fluidity of the water, bringing that breath in, exhaling it away. And sometimes when we're on our belly, we can find it a little bit challenging to do that 3-part breath, but arise to the challenge. Breathing it in. Good, exhaling it away. Pressing up and back to a tabletop, posting up onto the feet, pressing up and back for a downward facing dog. Pedaling out the heels. 4 breaths here as you breathe that inhale in. Send it away. This is a beautiful posture to help us flip our perspective. So when you're feeling like life is really tough and you're not sure where to turn, this posture can really help us change the way we're seeing things. So I hope you can look and see something a little bit different. Lovely. And then you can just exhale, stepping the feet to the top of the mat, coming for that forward fold, uttasana, forward fold. Reach down for the blocks if you have them. Heavy the head. That 3-part breath comes in, sends it away. Finding any tension or tightness in the neck or the head, and doing your best to just acknowledge and trying to release, letting go. Hands slide up the shins, half of a flat back. Good, as you exhale, forward fold, root to rise, hands float up, meaning up top for that same mudra that we met in. So all fingers interlacing and the pointer fingers pointing up to the sky. Exhale to the left. Hold that breath. Squeeze the bottom. Engage the low belly. Center your body. Exhale to the right side. Side stretch welcomes in. Sending it out. Coming back to your center. Beautiful. Back to center. Root to rise. Exhale. Uttasana. Forward fold. Heavy the head. 2 breaths here. Breathing in. Sending it away. Welcome the breath in. Good. Sending it away. This time a little bit quicker for that sun salutation. A rising half of a flat back. Exhale. Hands pressing down. Stepping back. Maybe this time you can find strength and power in your plank. Tapping into if the bottom isn't really sinking down and doing an upward dog or piking up. Doing your best to really create a flat back. Finding length from the top of the head. As we pause for 3 breaths, welcoming the breath. Always welcome to come to the knees. Wherever you are in your practice is completely where you need to be. Doing your best though to find your edge, that space between too much and not enough. One more breath in. Exhale, modification of a chaturanga, so pressing the feet forward, hugging, knitting the ribs together and coming down to the belly. This time, Sphinx pose, arms lengthen long in front of the body with the elbows bent in towards the outer rib cage, hugging and settling the low pelvis and lengthening the legs long, finding a stretch from the legs to the belly. I'm getting a cramp in my toe, so I'm kind of curling my toes wherever you need to be. You can exhale, heavy the head, tuck the chin in towards the chest, and inhale, deepen your Sphinx. Take a moment to pause, to smile, because it is truly a beautiful day to be alive. And when nature is around, it really helps just like melt the worries away, and it helps us return to our true nature. That nature is a part of us, that there's no difference between us and nature is here reminding us how to find that natural state. Exhale, hands coming back below the shoulders, pushing up and back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here, welcome that 3-part breath in. Fill up big belly, deflate. Pedaling at the heels, welcome that breath in. Good. You can walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. This time coming in for a yogi squat. You might want more of a toe stand, which can be on the front toes. Maybe you want to level out the heels and coming in for a wide-legged squat. Sinking down into the sit bones. Using the elbows to press into the inner thighs. You can also always use a block underneath of your sit bones here. Doing your best if the body, I know my shoulders like to kick forward, so trying your best to align the head over the heart, over the hips, big, wide-legged yogi squat, malasana. Finding a little stillness, or maybe you need to find a little movement. Sometimes it can feel really good just to rock side to side, really opening up the hips, opening up through the back of the heart. Good, sending it away. Finding your ability to be grounded here, to root your energy down into the earth in this lovely practice, to allow yourself to be guided from moment to moment into your awakening, your spiritual awakening. Beautiful. Hands reach down, pressing the legs up and back. It might not be as easy said than done. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half flat, back raises up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, root to rise. Hands reach high, up to the sky, meeting at the center of the mat. Hands in a namaste mudra. Taking a moment to find your mountain, to tap into an intention of your day. That what is it that you need? Maybe on this journey of awakening you, maybe your intention can just be to be open to the possibility of your own awakening. And not trying to force anything, noticing any resistance that arises, and surrendering. Beautiful. Wonderful. Coming in for a balancing posture. Right foot roots down. So in yoga, we have 2 touch points in the front heel, 2 front toe pad, 2 in the heel, all the toes aligned from ankle to knee to hip joint, hugging that hip in, tucking that pelvis, being leery that the low spine loves to do this arching thing that actually is not really helpful for the low back. So let's do our best not to do that. Inhale, the knee up. And you can interlace the fingers together here, rolling out the ankle. You can always just tap down. You can always use a block here, because guess what? We are all in a different space in our practice. And I have many students that use the block. So utilize the block if you need to. Pressing the earth away, rolling the shoulders up and back, finding your balance, really spreading through the toe pads. 3 breaths, 3-part breath, welcome it in. Sends it away. Lovely, welcomes in. Sends it away. Good, beautiful breath comes in. Sends it away. From here, transition. So first option is to reach behind the thigh, interlace the fingers together, and you can just stay here. Second variation, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see, is you can use that block and you can kickstand, woo, finding my balance. You can kickstand the heel up. So maybe it's just being here. Another variation is you can stretch that leg long and hold it here for 3 breaths as you welcome the breath in. Keeping the shoulders up and back, and if you fall out, come back, because I totally just did lose my balance here on this sandy little beach. Balance is feeling hard today, and that's part of the practice, is still showing up when balance is off. Beautiful. The next option, you can come down, or you can reach for the inside or the outside of the foot, extending the leg long. Finding your balance and then slowly turning, bringing the hand out on the opposite side, finding strength, testing your balance. 5 breaths here, welcome it in. Find stillness, root your body, find strength within the trees. You can also use a strap here or a wall. Noticing any resistance, woo, and if you fall out, come back in. That's the most important part. Just like in life, we can fall out and get derailed, but the most important thing is to get back in the game. 2 more breaths. Good. Woo, transition comes, foot reaches across for a standing figure 4. You might be feeling really off balance, because I am right now. Finding length in the body, hands into that same mudra, so all the fingers tuck in. Top 2 pointer fingers point out, sinking down. And for a standing figure 4, getting that lovely stretch. 5 breaths here, welcome it in. Send it away. Finding strength in your challenging postures. Doing the best you can with what you have and where you are. 3. 2 more breaths. Be here. Be present, even though the mind might be wanting to take you out. 1 more. Maybe you can sink a little further. Woo! Stand it up and shake it out. Oh my word, that hip. Stretch it out. I've had this like funk in my hip. Be nice to you. Feel what it feels like to be freaking alive. It's like cold and crisp here, and I am feeling like so freaking grateful to be here. So grateful for you. Beautiful. Giving yourself a little love. Side. Stretch it out. Beautiful. Now we come in on the opposite side. The block is your friend. It is not your foe. Left foot roots down, pressing through those touch points. Ankle, knee, hip hugs in. Align that lower back if it's arching. Press it down. Tuck the chin in. Heart aligns over the head. Beautiful. So your first option, hug through the belly. You can tap onto the block. The block is a friend. You can also use like a toddler chair. I actually still have toddler chairs, and my youngest is 10 because they're really cute and we use them as like different things. So you can do that. Inhale, hugging the knee up towards the body. If this is in your practice, maybe rolling out the ankles. Finding your balance today. I know you can use a chair or a wall. Welcome, focus. In yoga, we use focus as a guide. And that really transmutes also into your life, for that what you focus on grows. Where your attention goes, energy flows. What are you flowing your energy into? Is it thoughts of unworth, thoughts of negativity towards yourself and others? And if that's the case, it's okay. It's time to realign and make a shift. Beautiful. Coming out or falling out like me, because that's seriously what just happened. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. So your second variation is that blocks in front of you. You can bring the hands underneath of the thigh, and the heel can kickstand out. First variation. Second, interlacing behind the thigh. Leg can bend, or you can straighten out the leg. 5 breaths here as you welcome it in. Rooting that foot into the earth. 2. 3, find length from the top of your head to your heart, hugging that low belly in. Lengthening the spine. 3. Ooh, beautiful. And I'm going to step over because there's like this hump and it's being really challenging. So awesome. Our next variation is we're bending up. You can reach for the outside or the inside of the foot and then send the foot away. Extend the arm long, find balance. Track your gaze over 5 breaths. Being present. Finding length and strength. Pressing the earth away. Smiling, because smiling is a form of self-love, and that's how we can combat self-doubt, fear. Be here for it all. Woo! Slowly. Ah! Okay, if you need to come out, because I kind of do before we do that figure 4, shake your butt. That was a lot. This hip has been hurting me. So next goal, figure 4. Leg crosses over, and you want to just be leery of being on the knee joint. Hands float to the top for that mudra where the pointer fingers stick out, all of their fingers combine, and then floating down. You can come down into the sit bones. Find your focus. Find your strength. Welcome the breath in. Sends it away. Breath welcomes in. Sends away. Bring it along. Woo! Send it away and press it up and then shake it out. Oh my gosh. Woo! Shake out the hips. Oh my gosh, that was really empowering. I'm really proud of you. And I want you to feel that shift that you have created within your body. Lovely. Coming to the back of the mat. Inhale, maybe middle of the mat. Full body stretch. Exhale, fold it forward, coming down to the knees. Exhale, dip the navel down, chin and tail reaches up for cow pose. Pause as you breathe in the stillness. Exhale. Beautiful. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin in towards the tail for a cat pose. And if you want to make these a little bit more active, this is our cool down. So cooling down the spine, welcoming the breath in, sends it away. Beautiful. Taking a few cow and cats at a pace that feels good for you. Maybe it's pausing and really getting that lovely stretch. Welcoming the breath in. Exhale, knees open up wide, toes sink back, coming back into the sit bones. Extended child's pose here. Or you can exhale the hands back with the palms up for a traditional child's pose as we calm, as we start wrapping up this practice towards awakening you and really giving yourself permission to feel the full body effect and all of the aliveness and all of the energy. And maybe in your mat practice, you might be noticing little glimmers of yourself, little glimmers of ideas or passions, or just maybe more alive energy, whatever it is. There's no right or wrong. Welcoming that breath in, sinking it away. And in this pose, we call on gratitude, and in the eye of your mind, you can repeat, I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. And what are you grateful for today? I always have one of the first thoughts I think is, I am grateful to be alive. I am grateful for breath. Exhaling the hands below the shoulders and meeting in a hero's pose. You can come back onto the heels or meet in a seated position as we bring the hands to the heart, breathing that full 3-part yogic breath in that comes from the top of the head and fills up to the low belly. Exhale through melted jaw. 2 more breaths here as we wrap up this practice. Welcoming the healing energy of breath. Getting focused, getting clear about yourself. Beautiful. The love and the light within me honors and acknowledges the love and the light within you, my friends. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I really hope that you can feel that shift from when you first started to right now. Please subscribe if you've been enjoying this, and maybe share this with someone, and maybe you can do the challenge together. It's always really fun to challenge with someone, or you can just start adding to the comments and just start becoming a part of this lovely community. I'm so grateful to be here. I love you, and I will see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a beautiful day.